Hello and welcome back to D6 Tabletop. In this video it's time for another terrain project. This time it's Warhammer 40K, and there's only one thing I could possibly do for my first terrain project.
Warhammer 40,000 Dawn of War on the PC pretty much dominated most of my young life at school. I played it in the morning before I went to school, I played it when I got back from school, single player, online, multiplayer, building your base, creating your units, and going and taking out the enemy. Was there any better game at the time on the PC? I don't think so. So once I found the Kickstarter by War Scenery, allowing me to bring the buildings from the game to the tabletop, I went all in. I got the full set for both the Space Marines and the Imperial Guard, stuck them on my printer, got them going, got them painted up, and got them ready for the tabletop for some upcoming battle reports and home games.
So first up, you load up the game, you start your game, you're into your map, and the first building you get, the headquarters. I painted mine in Blood Raven style. I haven't put the emblems on yet as I'm still working through it. It's quite a big chunky thing. When you print it, it comes in two pieces, which is handy as well for storage, but it is one hell of a model. I'm very impressed with the amount of detail on it. It's got pipe work, it's got the canisters down the side, we've got pipes running down the side, which if I just dry brush silver, it's terrain at the end of the day. I'm not going to put loads of hours into it, but I'm putting enough into it to make it look good and make it stand out on the table. The main base coat of this is just black, and then using Colour Forge's Sanguine Red at 45-degree angles straight down the sides, and then following the rounds of the turret bits. Other than that, there's nothing else to it other than some paintwork, some brushwork. So it's also hollow, which is really handy because it means you're not using loads of filament filling up this big void area and just printing the bits you actually need. Really cool piece of terrain. I really like this. I'm going to finish by putting some emblems and stuff on it, and it's going to look great on the table. But once we finish with the first building, the next one we need a chapel barracks.
Marine squad deployed.
So two pieces in the kit, they just push fit together for the table, and then you get the actual barracks part itself. There's a little triangle piece that goes with this as well. I haven't finished painting that piece yet, but it's a very cool landing pad, and the actual barracks building itself. You can see all the pipe work that it's got going on the side. I need to paint that control panel there. The vents on the top. And the doors that end that I need to do some little detail work on as well. And then when it comes to the launch pad, you've got all the detail on the bottom there, as well as the hazard lines, to make it a really cool looking piece of kit, I think. And it'll look good on the table. But of course, once you've got your troops, you want to upgrade them. So then you can print an armory. The armory comes the same as all the others. There's really nice little bits of detail on here. The triangle piece, which goes up here, which in the game goes backwards and forwards, I've got. I just haven't stuck it on yet. I've just been too busy painting up the little parts as we go along. All these hazard stripes are moulded separately within the kit, so it's actually raised area, so it makes it nice and easy to paint. You haven't got to go there and try and stencil on each mould. They're already there, so it's just nice and easy, quick bit of paint over the top. Again, same scheme again, black base coat, diagonal 45-degree with the Sanguine Red from Colour Forge on the top, and that is all it needs. Again, they're hollow on the inside, so it's less filament, meaning you get more terrain for your rolls of filament and PLA. These have all been printed on PLA using my Edify Plus, and I've been using, I think this layer height is 0.25, because it's terrain. I don't want to spend loads of money, and I don't want to use loads of extra print on making it really close layers, so it's all been 0.25 I think, or 0.28 I think is the actual thickness section on that. So once you've got your chapel barracks, you've got your headquarters, your barracks, your armory. Let's get in some support and let's call in for a librarian.
I am a librarian.
And librarians are recruited from the Sacred Artifact. This is a really cool piece, I think. Got loads of detail in there. It's got the doors where the drop pod comes in. It's got doors on the side. It's got, again, the raised printed hazard stripes. And it has got hollow again, so you're saving print and filament. These are some really nice pieces. And then when you want to drop in your heavier troops, we've got orbital relays. This is quite cool. The kit also comes with some other bits around the scenery. So you've got your listening posts. I haven't printed them yet. But you've also got generators. Now these haven't been finished yet. I've been working on these this morning. But I've got 3 or 4 of these to place around the board as well as extra scatter terrain. They come with either a ball version or the long game version with the tube in the middle. I think one of them's got a hollow tube, so you can put an LED in there as well to make it even brighter if you want to try and bring something like that to the table. That's really cool. And then to add to that, I went to Armoury. They make loads of 3D printable terrain, and I picked up drop pods. Now these are unofficial drop pods, so they're drop zone transport vehicles, I think they're called, or something like that. But basically, they're a drop pod, and they've got several different versions of either ruined ones or incomplete ones. So this one is crashed into the ground. This one has crashed into the ground, but sideways, so it's laying upright, or laying sideways even. And this one is similar to the first. It's crashed to the ground, but it's got windows. So all the doors are gone, so you can just paint the inside. So I got those for scatter terrain. And I also picked up on Thingiverse broken rhinos. I've used these before. I've got some finished ones I used previously on a Horus Heresy game we did on a battle report on the channel. They make really cool bits of scatter terrain. But I wanted some red ones to go with this board, because the idea is I want to set this board out as a abandoned outpost so we can play games over, whether it's the Imperium coming back to recapture it, or it's a reconnaissance mission, or the Xenos are fighting over it for whatever resources are available. It's all going to be using like thematic battle reports and stuff like that. So I want to have everything kind of matching to show like this big carnage scene where the Blood Ravens have been and either all died, you know, it happens, or they've abandoned it, or there's a desperate fight to the end, or something like that. But I want it all to be big and themey, so everything's going to be the same colour and the same theme. So, these. So it's just a very cool bunch of terrain. Now I'm going to add into it other ruins and city buildings, because I don't think on its own it's enough terrain in 10th edition. I don't think it's going to be enough to break the game up or to give enough benefits of cover and ruins and line of sight blocking terrain. So if I just put all that on the table, it's all quite low. So within the rules, any shooting army is going to have a field day. So it will go in between like ruins and buildings and stuff like that. So I might print some more, or I've also got some other ones that I've already bought before, and some MDF ones and some resin ones and some other bits and pieces to make a full board, which you'll next see on a battle report, because I think I'm going to put it all into there for its first time out. The link for all of this terrain and the Kickstarter is in the description below. It's by a company called War Scenery. You can buy all of the kits and the individual buildings separately from their website now. Their Imperial Guard kit, their Marines kit. They've got like a full defense stuff for like 30k, like a full frontier defense, really cool stuff, and some Star Wars buildings and stuff like that. So you can find all that link below. I'm not affiliated with them in any way. It's just that I really like the kit and I really like the terrain, so I'm doing a video on it. That's all it really is. So if you like this kit, let me know. If you think what I've done looks cool, let me know. If you don't, if you prefer it to be in Space Wolves, then I understand your opinion. But I like Blood Ravens because they're the poster boys of Dawn of War. So there we have it. It's a quick video showing the next terrain project as I go through it, the way I've been painting it, and how it's going to look on the table. So if you like this kind of content, pop a like on the video, comment below and let me know what other projects you'd like to see, or what you like about this, what you don't like about this, the colour scheme, or you know, the buildings, let me know. And please consider following the channel. There's plenty more on the channel to look at. We've got battle reports, we've got hobby videos, we've got how-tos, we've got tournaments, all that kind of stuff. So have a little look. And until we see you next time, thank you for watching. Take care. Goodbye.